Well, folks, this is Data on Trail, back on the Appalachian Trail. Late start just dropped me off at the trailhead where we left off last year, right by Virginia. I think it's Virginia 635, and I have about a half a mile walk on this kind of ground, and then I have about a 2-mile climb of about 1,600 feet of elevation to do. And as you can see, it looks like I'm going to be doing that in the snow, I think, and put my MICROspikes on already. The ground's looking beautiful this morning. And there's one of my first blazes of the day right there. So there's a blowdown I will get to clear in just a minute, but I just passed the Bailey Gap Shelter, which is closed because of bear activity. And it's been closed for a couple of years, I think. And I'm about 1.3 miles in today on the first hour of the day, despite all the snow on the ground. As you can, this is the second good-sized blowdown I've come across, but I'll see if I can find him. There's a young man went by me earlier, and these are his Merrill tread marks. So I have someone trailblazing for me in the sense. I got another half an hour or so climbing, and then it's a cruise across the ridgeline, I think. Well, those rocks up on that ledge, that just looks like where a bear might live right there. So I'm going to get a move on here. So that's good, and I'm at a spring marked on far out, and if I needed water, I could get water. It's not flowing a lot, but it's flowing enough you could fill up a bag. You can kind of see, though, there has been a lot more snow at this elevation than I was anticipating. In the higher elevations, I come up 3,500, 4,000 feet, there is 5 or 6 inches of fresh snow on the ground right there. And it reminds me a little bit of Maryland around Bear's Den Hostel. So it's lunchtime, and I'm at the Mountain Lake Wilderness Road trailhead. I'm a little over 5 miles into the day, and I have about 5 miles left on the day. Much to my pleasant surprise, at this trailhead they have a couple of big rocks which are in the sun just enough to be a little bit dry. So I'm going to sit down and take my pack off and rest my dogs for 10 or 15 minutes. The sun has come out. It did not rain, and it quit snowing probably 10 o'clock or so. So I am marching through like 1 to 6 inches of snow in a lot of places. So, oh well, lunch break is over, folks. So off I go. I'm headed up toward the Wind River Overlook. And Wind Rock right there. You can see where it says where I am. It shows the folks. That behind me is the Wind River viewpoint. It's a pretty spectacular viewpoint. Hopefully it's coming through at least to some degree on this camera image. It's just beautiful. I feel so lucky to be out here. So now it's a little after 2:30, and I'm about 7 miles in on the day, so I've got about 3 miles to go, and I'm on the east side of this ridgeline, and as you can see over here, I don't think it gets as much snow, and the sun has melted it off, and hadn't accumulated as much to begin with, I don't think, except it's very much a wilderness area. I've seen that one gentleman this morning who passed by me right at the start of my hike, and I've seen no other soul all day. It's great to be out in this kind of wilderness. It's great that this kind of wilderness still exists for us. That's a kind of a fancy new kind of a sign I haven't seen before. I'm northbound on the Appalachian Trail, and I'm headed to the War Spur Shelter, which is 2 miles out. So here it goes. It's about 3:30, so I should be to the shelter by 5 or 5:15, something like that. So I have some stretching routines that Scott from Gorgeous Stays taught me, and I'll be trying to do some of those to move that lactic acid up and through my system, clear out those lymph nodes. Now, this afternoon and on the east side of the ridge, the hiking's been a lot quicker, a lot more relaxing, because as you can see, there's not very much snow left on this side. So I was tempted to take the MICROspikes off, but that's just stopping to do something else. So I don't know. I may do that in a little while here. I don't think I really need them at this point. There. How y'all doing this evening? I finished up my hike. I'm at the War Spur Shelter. I'm going to stay inside the shelter tonight because I need to get an early start tomorrow because I have a long day, and it's supposed to rain about between 2 and 4 a.m. and maybe a little bit into the morning. So this way I'll be able to pack up a little bit quicker in the morning and stay dry. It was a pretty good day. I covered a little over 10 miles, and I went from Stony Creek to the War Spur Shelter. And I wore my MICROspurs all day, and I needed them in the morning, but I didn't really need them in the afternoon, but I didn't want to stop and take them off. Late Start dropped me off. Thank you, Late Start. Dropped me off at the trailhead at Stony Creek about 9 o'clock, and I got here about 4:30. So the snow has really slowed me down. I just had to be more careful. It's a little bit hard to tell right where the trail was sometimes. And I'm here all on my own tonight so far, and that probably will be the case on most of this trip. So I just want to say good night, and hope y'all are having a good day.